Okay, so Tucker Carlson and Fox News have decided to part ways. This is actually a pretty big news event and it does affect you. So let's talk about it.
I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
This is the Hey Ed YouTube channel, and I am your host, moderator, and all-around nice guy, Edward Anderson. And today we're going to be talking about Tucker Carlson's departure from Fox News and why it's kind of important and why you should care about it. Okay, so look, whether you are a liberal or conservative, hopefully you are a truth seeker. So it's always good to get differing opinions, to hear different sides of a story, of an argument. Well, by now, if you haven't heard, the mainstream media is pretty liberal. So you're pretty much going to get one side of a story, namely the liberal side, in the general mainstream media. I mean, but for those of us who do happen to have traditional or, dare I say, conservative values, we have actually had very few voices to hear from. And Tucker Carlson is the premier voice for anybody who has a conservative opinion. But he is famous for always showing two sides of an argument.
The latest group of Americans to find their constitutionally protected opinions become felonies are, believe it or not, an organization of black nationalist left-wingers who oppose the war in Ukraine. So that man you just saw is facing 10 years behind bars for expressing views about Ukraine that the Biden administration doesn't want to hear. That's terrifying. Does no one else think that's terrifying? It is terrifying. Okay, again, we're not defending that guy because we agree with all of his views. We probably don't. That is totally irrelevant. Whether you agree with what someone is saying has nothing to do with his right to say it. Americans are allowed to say what they think is true, period.
But as I think about this event, I keep getting this image from, but as I think about this development, I had this image from Star Wars that keeps popping into my head. Let's take a look.
Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, Darth.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Okay, so one could argue that Tucker Carlson's departure from Fox News has kind of elevated him to martyrdom status, right? And listen, for those of you who are worried that now you're not going to have that conservative voice to get your news from, fear not. I'll lay very good money that Tucker Carlson is going to come back in a very big way. In this day and age, he has many other sources that he can use to get his information out. I mean, look at Glenn Beck and Megyn Kelly. They found other sources. I listen to Glenn Beck and Megyn Kelly and other conservative voices all the time. I try to get my sources from all sorts of different sources, not just conservative, by the way. I look at everything, but I strongly believe he's going to come back in a very big way, and he's probably going to be bigger than ever. And by the way, you do right now have access to other sources of really good information. For example, you have the Hey Ed YouTube channel. Hopefully you have all subscribed. If you haven't, please subscribe. I do lots of good videos in here, a lot of substantive videos on very important topics. And I hope that you decide to subscribe to the Hey Ed YouTube channel and hit that alert button and give my videos a like as you watch them. And you also have another channel that Rob Bruss and I do called Unspoken Truth, where we also cover some very important information. So please, if you haven't subscribed to Unspoken Truth, please subscribe. I will be sure to have a link to this channel below. So let your heart not be troubled, okay? You are going to see Tucker Carlson back in a very big way in one form or another. And you're going to have Rob and me dispensing really good information to you. But I would like to hear your opinion about Tucker's departure from Fox News in the comment section below. Let me know whether you think it's good or bad. That's it for today. I'll see you over at the Unspoken Truth, hopefully. Ed Anderson, live from Minnesota, signing out.
Copy that.